Assalamu alaikum everybody, welcome back. Mosman Oil and Gas have released another crazy set of news today. Current share price 0.031 GBX. Year to date performance only up 3%. 1 month chart we're down 22%. But huge news out of Mosman today. Huge news that could change the whole direction of the company going forward. And that is leadership restructuring, guys. So what has happened is Mosman have today announced restructuring of the leadership team to align with its ambitious growth objective. As part of this initiative, Andy Carroll, the CEO, has stepped down from his position as CEO. Howard McLaughlin, currently head of US operation, will assume the role of interim CEO during this transition process. Crazy news. So obviously Andy Carroll is based in Australia, so this was also one thing I was thinking about as well. Like, how are you gonna have all your main assets in the USA and your CEO is based in Australia? It's too far away. And straight off the bat, Howard as an interim CEO, I think this is a good option because he has a vested interest in Sagebrush. If you recall one of the earlier RNSs, I believe he's purchased himself a 10% working interest in the Sagebrush project for up to like 70,000 USD. I can't remember the exact amount, but it's in the RNS. Let's carry on what the RNS says. During his nearly 2-year tenure as CEO and many years as technical director prior to then, Andy Carroll's advanced Mosman's exploration and development projects, particularly in the USA. The company acknowledges the contributor and wishes him well for his future endeavors. So basically, Andy Carroll's leaving the company. He's not becoming technical director again. It looks like he's basically like leaving or either retiring. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Andy Carroll, but obviously wish him the best. He started off this pivot to helium and the assets in the USA. So now it makes sense for someone like Howard, who's literally on the ground in the USA, he's already the head of US operations. So yeah, great to hear that. But then obviously Howard, I think, has to take some accountability for increasing the working interest in the Bard lease, which basically was a duster, and they only found water. So Howard, yeah, you're gonna have a lot. You have a lot to prove to everybody. So let's see. Howard has been leading Mossman's US operations, is subject to the completion of customary due diligence, expected to step into the role of interim CEO. In this non-board position, Howard will focus on ensuring continuity and advancing the company's strategic objectives. Mossman has agreed to settle the options granted to Mr. Carroll under Resolution 5 of the 2024 Annual General Meeting, with the settlement scheduled for completion by 30th June 2025. The company will update shareholders once a decision is made regarding the appointment of a new chief executive. So hopefully, if Mossman is smart, right, you just put Howard as your new CEO, so you don't have to get someone new in and pay like 2 salaries. You can just increase Howard's salary or shares that's allotted to him instead of getting someone else completely new in, because you never know what the new CEO is going to do. To support his strategy, Mossman is initiating a comprehensive corporate review to strengthen its management team. This review focuses on enhancing the company's operational presence in the United States, where its core projects are located. The company aims to build a leadership structure that supports its ambition to capitalize on opportunities in the helium, hydrogen, and hydrocarbon markets, delivering sustainable growth and operational cash flow. In parallel, Mossman will also conduct a review of its asset portfolio to ensure it is maximizing value for shareholders. This assessment will evaluate the company's projects in the United States as well as its royalty interests in Australia to align with its long-term objectives of portfolio expansion, production, and revenue generation. So it's interesting they mentioned about the royalty interest in Australia. So if I remember correctly, I think the royalty interest is about 5% or 2.5% for those leases. So I wonder whether they're going to sell those royalties and like invest in a new helium like lease area in the United States. That's interesting they mentioned that, because I didn't think anything was going to happen with Australia, because, you know, they've already got the royalties in the bag. So whenever that starts producing, they'll get royalties. Next up, we have Mossman chairman Carl commented, "We are grateful for Andy's walk over tenure at Mossman. With Howard, our head of US operations, stepping into the role of interim CEO, we are confident in the company's ability to maintain momentum. I am excited about the opportunities ahead for Mossman, and we are committed to expanding our presence in America and optimizing our asset portfolio to drive substantial value for shareholders. We deeply appreciate the continued support of our investors and remain dedicated to achieving our ambitious goals." So yeah, look here. They've also just mentioned our presence in America, so nothing about Australia, which kind of gives me the hint they might be trying to do something with their royalty interest in Australia. Maybe they're going to sell it off to a different company, or they're going to sell it back to the company for cash, and then with that cash they're going to be doing either workovers on Sagebrush or Coyote Wash, or even just like getting a working interest in a completely new lease. I know there's a lot of operators now in America, and also different companies doing different things in the helium industry in America as well. So yeah guys, crazy news. CEO's gone, leadership is changing, new leader, fresh ideas. Hopefully, he's going to be someone based in America, so he's going to be on the ground and can examine everything and make sure everything's all like top notch. Share price has remained pretty neutral today, I have to say, based on today's news. So, kind of tells me that the market is okay with the news. It does say 8% up. So, I guess somewhat positive news that the old CEO is leaving. Obviously, the prime time would have been to sell on this spike here in May and then buy back now. But you can't read the market. Back then, obviously, the placing wrecked us. Like, placing appeared out of nowhere. Took us down to like 0.05, and then we had like the institutional placing at 0.045 as well. So yeah, we're still pretty low compared to the recent placing, and I can't imagine them doing a placing anytime soon because they've already got done the recent placing. So it's good. So the new CEO, whoever it's going to be, they're going to have a good amount of cash. You got assets progressing. Sagebrush should have some more updates in the coming weeks and months. Vector drilling is nearly done. Only 3 more leases and holes to drill. So yeah, positive. I'd say personally, in my opinion, this is positive. Mainly because the CEO Andy Carroll was based in Australia, where your main assets are in America. So that's like number one. You need someone like who's close to your assets to be CEO. I'd say it just makes a whole lot more sense for a company. Because think about it, the guy's going to be sleeping in Australia whilst they're drilling in America. So you kind of need to be awake when that's happening to see what's happening, if anything needs to be changed, that sort of thing. So guys, this is my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I think this is positive news for Mosman. New CEO. Hopefully this is a good CEO, or hopefully they just put Howard as the full-time CEO. I think that would be a good option. He's already got an invested interest in the company, in the Sagebrush project. So, he's more aligned with the company's goals and objectives. So guys, let me know your thoughts, and as always, be sure to subscribe and share, and peace.